Hello everyone, this is part 1 of me exploring physics objects and collisions in Unity. I have no idea where I want to take this. I have multiple ideas involving a famous game that we all have heard of, but right now I'm just here to show you part 1 of what I have made, which is I've made a ball being able to bounce around in this rectangle over here. This ball's collisions are perfectly elastic, meaning it retains all momentum from the previous collision, which means that it can bounce forever, as I have disabled gravity. Let's see how that works in action. The ball is casually defying gravity as it bounces around, moving from down to up, as its vector is reflected. You can see the vector is reflected every time that the ball bounces as it moves like that. This reminded me of whenever the TV gets no signal, you can see it bouncing around like that. I thought that was a neat coincidence. And you can see it is perfectly elastic because the ball is not losing momentum to drag or friction or anything, and so it will just bounce around forever. Now, how does this actually work? In Unity, we have our serialized fields of our initial velocity, which in this case I have set to only move in the X and Y axis. If I made it move in the Z axis, then the ball would just fly away over here. And so for demo purposes, we don't want that. We have our minimum velocity, which is 15. We have our last frame velocity, and we're going to access our rigid body component over here that we've added to the ball. So we get the component rigid body, and we set the ball's velocity to be the initial velocity, which in this case is what we put up here. Every update, we change our last frame velocity to be our RB dot velocity, our rigid body. And then once our check for collisions is on collision enter, once we see the collision has happened, we call bounce, which says our speed is equal to our last frame velocity dot magnitude. Our direction is equal to the reflection of our last frame velocity, which is basically our vector 3. And with collision normal, which is what the vector 3 that we passed in right now. And then our velocity is equal to that direction times the clamped speed from the max of our speed and min velocity. So basically, whichever one is bigger, it'll set that. And then that's how it decides velocity, direction, and speed. So that's how this simple demo works. Make sure to watch out for more videos on my journey about physics and collidable objects. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you want to see anything else, and I'll see what I can do. Thank you.